What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Art of Crypto, the birthplace of absolutely legendary gains. In this video, we are going to talk about something that I have noticed that not many people are talking about or are simply aware of it. And this can easily determine what is going to happen for the rest of the week. And even if you are watching this video from a later time, this video is still going to be very important because stuff that I'm about to discuss in this video is stuff that market makers like to do a lot. And like they do this almost every weekend. Maybe not almost every, but half the weekends they're doing stuff like this. So if you just want to understand what all this, incomprehensible price action is about, I'm going to try to break it down for you and tell you that this stuff, in fact, happens on a weekly basis. And the market makers like to do this a lot for various reasons. So before we dive right into it, and if you haven't already followed me on Twitter at _theartofcrypto, this is where I am sharing the latest market updates as well as any trades that I might be taking, because videos do take time to make. And just follow me on the Twitter if you want all the goodies. All right, so let's dive right into it. And in order to understand this, let's bring up Solana USD, right? Just a clean chart that we can work with. And this is the pattern that we're working with right now. And first thing you have to understand is this thing right here, right? This is called the Judas swing, right? I'm going to explain this in a little bit, right? But just understand that this is called the Judas swing. And no, I did not name this myself. Full credit goes to Inner Circle Trader, right? He's the one who observed this stuff. He's the one who came up with this stuff. I am simply, just talking about it, right? I do not claim to be the original author of this stuff. So if you want to check out the original author, right, feel free to do so. It will be in the description box below. So here's the thing, right? This thing is called the Judas swing, where you take out, both sides. Okay, actually, before we even talk about the Judas swing, right, it is important for you to understand the weekend range, right? If you go back to every single instance of a weekend, right, what you will find is that you tend to always get trapped in a range. And this is consistent throughout every single weekend. And the sooner you learn to understand this, the sooner you will start to realize why I always tell you guys the weekends are not the days to be trading. The weekends are the days for you to be learning about stuff, for you to upgrade your skill set, backtest, maybe just go hang out with your family, right? Take time off. A lot of the people have this very twisted concept because they're working a day job, which is most people. They're not free during the weekdays to start trading. And so they come in during the weekends when the market makers are, just off for a holiday. And there's no price action in the weekends. In fact, the weekends, the sole purpose that, go through every single weekend, right? You'll always find some kind of a range formation, right? And I don't even need to look at, the calendar or whatever, right? Just look at the chart and tell me which one's probably the weekend, right? This was back in Christmas, right? The Christmas range right here. And, these market makers, the entire existence of the weekend range is to simply, create, allow retail traders to start taking positions, right? Are they going to take bets? Is it going to go down? Is it going to go up? And by the time the Monday comes along, this is something that is consistent throughout almost every week, right? Which is they take out the liquidity here. They take out the liquidity here, right? Back in Friday's high. So notice how this wick, right? This high right here, this just goes slightly above it, right? To take out the liquidity there. It means there are stops up here, right? Short stops, which means that once you violate this high right here, once you take out this high, you have people who have set their stop loss. You have people going short who have set their stop loss here and they just got taken out, right? So you just took out the shorts. Besides that, once you take out the previous high, people might be thinking, right? Some other retail traders might be thinking, it's, we just broke through resistance, right? It's time to go long. So, people start longing and now they reverse the position, right? And take out the stops that are here, right? People who went long throughout this range, they're probably going to have their stop or liquidation point somewhere below here, right? So they take it down below, liquidate everyone, and trust me, they know, where is the liquidation point, right? They have access to the data. To the people who say that market makers are not real and that the markets are not manipulated, they are living in some kind of weird dream, right? Because the markets are in fact manipulated. This stuff that you see here, this is not done by retail traders, panic selling or, some news about Russia or Ukraine or stuff like that. There's nothing to do with that, right? This is all priced in. This is just the market makers doing what market makers do best, which is making money. And trust me, their business is to make money, right? They are not in the business of helping you make money. So let's understand this. before I talk about like what's going to happen this week, let's talk about this. So in order to better illustrate this for you guys, right, let me bring up this page right here from, the Beat the Market Maker notes, which is, check it out, right? Sunday, you have the weekend range, you break out of the weekend range, right? Take out all the liquidity, and then you start showing the real direction, right? And this tends to happen in like 3-level formations, right? You have 1, you have 2, and then you have, the top, and then you start reversing it back, right? And if you just simply print this chart, right, this picture right here, and you print it onto the chart, it's almost a carbon copy, right? Sunday, you come out of Sunday's range, take out all the liquidity, right? And then 1, 2, right? So 1, 2, and then right now we are heading to the 3, right? Which is on Wednesday. And this is lining up with, today's Wednesday. And so here's what's likely going to happen, right? And this just goes back to, this chart right here, right? 1, 2, 3, you take out the liquidity up here, and then you make people think that, this is, oh, you're breaking out of the bull flag, you're breaking out of the bear flag, you're breaking resistance. So people are going to long, and this whole cycle is just going to repeat itself, right? You're going to come back down, right? Trap the traders, weekend range, same thing is going to happen, right? So of course, this is just a general guideline of what I think is going to happen. The reason I make this video in the first place is because every chart looks the same right now. There is no reason for me to make a video about a specific coin because they all look the same right now. So rather than that, might as well take the time. While this is a rudimentary video, this is a video I decided to film pretty much, impromptu. Hopefully this explains some of the stuff to you guys, right? I'm going to make a future video about this, right? Just detailing exactly what is the mechanics behind all of this. And if you want to get explanations on all of this, right, the private Discord group is going to be the place to go. Not only me, but, there's quite a few people who are very, very well versed in the theories of the market maker, right? To call, just to shout out a couple, that's Muffin Man, that's Dean, Moonshadow, and the other moderators. But yeah, if you want to learn about this stuff, check out the private Discord group. Over here, you're going to get the latest market updates, as well as any coins that I might be taking, as well as any trades that I might be taking. And, we're making money every single day. So it's probably going to pay itself off. As a bonus, you're going to get access to the trading course, which is currently in the middle of getting reworked, right? To make it the best trading course, right? Maybe not in terms of, comprehensive, just that factor, but it's definitely going to make you guys profitable. So yeah, if you're not interested, don't check it out. But if you're interested, check it out. The link is going to be in the description below. So here's what I think is going to happen, right? On most altcoins, this pattern right here is going to happen. And this video is almost to serve as a warning not to get caught up in this, right? Because if you look at the previous picture, Wednesday tends to be the high of the week. The high of the week tends to come, in Wednesday, and then by Friday, you're going to go down and take out all the previous liquidity, right? Of course, this might not happen because as of right now, there is about, if I'm not mistaken, I can't pull up the data right now, but if I'm not mistaken, there's about $7 to $8 billion worth of shorts on Bitcoin right now, right? In terms of liquidity, in terms of liquidations. So who knows? Market makers might just say, hey, screw these shorts. You guys have had way too much fun over the last month, and it's time for you guys to give your profits back to us. And, they're going to go take it. And this is just something else that I want to cover before, so that you guys are not confused. So, just another word about, why the market maker does this. And it's something that's really important for you to understand, right? Especially when you are dealing with perpetual futures, right? Which is you are literally taking bets at where the price of the asset is going to go in the future, right? When you place a long, you don't actually own the asset, right? You're taking a bet. You're making a prediction of where that's going to go. And usually, most of the time, when you are dealing with futures or even margin, you are dealing with leverage. And guess where the money comes from, right? Probably comes from the market maker. So imagine if if they're lending you money to take a long, if you end up in a profit, they have to pay you out of their own pockets. Yeah. So they don't want you to be in a profit, right? And that's why that's why 90% of the market loses money. Right? They don't understand simple market maker concepts and they wound up getting wrecked. They are not in the business to allow you to win, right? So they want to take out as many people as possible, right? To prevent them from winning. That's how they make money. Because if you lose, you have to pay them out of your own pocket. And that's just a very simple explanation of why this stuff happens, right? So of course, looking at the amount of shorts that are up top right? The market makers might decide, hey, screw you, we're just going to take it up, right? Just like how the dump from the 3rd of December, so let me go back to the 3rd of December. Yeah, so right here, this dump happened on a Friday, right? The 3rd of December. So just to, yeah. And then last week, this major dump you had happened on a Friday as well, right? So maybe coming into this Friday, they might be like, hey, they tend to make big moves during Fridays. So this Friday, why not? Let's just reverse it completely and take out all the shorts before they have any moments to react, right? I don't think that's going to happen. Again, right now, it's really just a video explaining what is probably the most, likely outcome. And in my humble opinion, that's going to be something like this, right? Again, I'm not right all the time, just, giving you guys the data based on the odds. So just be aware that, that straight up candle could be something that happens. Again, not expecting it, but if it happens, you guys might be prepared for it. But this is currently what I think is going to happen to altcoins, at least for the rest of the week. And if you guys feel like you have learned something new, right, please drop a like on this video. It's a really small gesture, but it really helps out a lot. And make sure you drop in the comment section below, right, stands for market maker. It's a really small gesture, but it really helps the YouTube algorithm out a lot, and it can push this video out to more people who might need this. So if you do it, thank you so much. But otherwise, I'm going to keep you guys updated. At the moment, this is just what to expect on most altcoins. Most, and when I say most, right, I don't mean every altcoin, right? So for example, if I bring up eGold, this thing has fully broken out of this range, right? So it doesn't really apply to coins that have already broken out of the range. But then again, most of crypto seems to move at once. So if it applies to Bitcoin, probably is going to apply to altcoins as well. But yeah, as of right now, I wouldn't just be too quick to get really bullish, right? As much as I want it to just start going up, just be aware of this scenario that I laid out for you guys and try not to get caught up in this, right? Because right now it's already Wednesday. And again, remember what I said about not trading on the weekends. We're pretty close to the weekends, right? Just 2 days away. So yeah, don't worry. I'll be making a more detailed video about this, just explaining all the mechanics of it and all the intricacies of this. But for now, this is just a really impromptu video just to give you guys an update on what I'm thinking about the markets right now. So if you enjoyed this video so far, thank you for staying until the end. I'll make sure to keep you guys updated throughout the rest of the week. Right now is a really critical time for the market. For now though, may the gains be with you, my friend, and peace.